So the board of trustees required to hold an annual organizational meeting. And we will be asking the board to elect a president, a vice president, appoint the secretary to the board of trustees. We're going to be talking through committee assignments and fulfill other legal requirements. So if there's any public comments on the annual reorganization, and I don't believe there isn't. Got it. So we're going to move to 3C, which is the election of the board of trustees president. So at this moment, I'm going to ask if there's any nominations for a board president.
Hillary, I would like to nominate Etta Collins-Coleman as our next board president.
Mrs. Eve, I would like to second that. Okay. So then I'll ask, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Then congratulations,
Thank
President
you.
Collins-Coleman.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to let you conduct the rest of the meeting.
Okay. Thank you. All right. And now I'd like to ask my fellow board members for a nomination to serve as vice president.
Traditionally, that would probably fall to me, although it is, of course, a nomination and approval process. But given my work schedule and just and my obligations to be, traveling quite a bit, I would actually like to nominate Katie Show as vice president.
A second.
Right?
Right. Okay. Let's call for a vote.
Yes. All in favor?
Do we need a?
Oh, no.
Okay. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
You can vote for yourself.
You can-
Aye. Can I clarify who was the second?
Benita.
Benita was.
Okay.
Now we have a vice president. Congratulations.
I have a vice president. Great.
All right.
Do you want us to switch or does it?
We can do it during closed session. Angel will move around during closed session.
Yes.
As part of the annual organizational meeting, the board shall appoint the superintendent as secretary of the board. And we will have Superintendent Aida Glemmy as appointed secretary.
And that's the ed code, so there's no action taken here.
All right, as part of the, go to item F, authorized signature resolution 2511. As part of the annual organizational meeting, the board shall adopt a new certification of signatures resolution, board bylaw 9100. The original is to be filed with the Contra Costa County Office of Education. Let's see, do we have?
Yeah, we need a
the board?
motion.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have a motion to approve resolution 2511, certificate of signatures?
This is Hillary. I move that we approve resolution 25-11, certificate of signatures.
Katie, I second. This is a roll call vote. So Ms. Alonso,
Aye.
Trustee Wiener,
Aye.
Vice President Chauvin,
Aye.
Trustee Phillips,
Aye.
President Collins-Coleman,
Aye.
motion carries.
Wonderful. Item G. This is on for action. As part of the annual organizational meeting, the board shall develop a schedule of regular meetings for the year, board bylaw 9100. Do we have any public comments for this item?
We do not have a public comment, but we did have some input.
Yes, I had some just general input. Well, my question actually to Aida before the meeting was whether or not we should be moving all of them to the third Monday of the month, just to make it easier for everyone to know when the meeting is. But my understanding is that because of holidays and whatnot.
Holidays, and then we have a certain deadline in March that we have to.
Right. So I was thinking of that when I asked it, but so then my other comment was then just to change the language on this, to not say the second or third Monday of each month, but just to say meetings will be held on the, something about the listed Mondays or however, whatever wording we want to say.
Monday is listed or designated.
Is there any other discussion?
I agree with Hillary's point about that, and do think the wording could be slightly different, so we're not bound to a particular Monday since we're not
Since we're
going
doing it,
to.
yeah.
So was that clear?
Yes.
We don't like designated Monday, and I think there was a wording that I can use out of.
Yeah, I had
Do you need
to
a
find
second?
what my wording was.
And then are the dates otherwise okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So can you place that, she needs to place a motion, correct?
Well, anybody can.
Or, okay, anyone? Is there a motion?
I move that we approve the 2025 schedule of regular meetings for the year as amended by Hillary.
Second?
Second, this is Hillary.
And call for a vote?
We don't need a resolution.
Okay.
We don't need just all in favor.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right. Motion passes. This is you.
Yeah, so this is just for a discussion, because we don't have to vote for it. It's just a consensus for the board assignments. So Angel and I, or Angel issued the Google form asking for any input on priorities. We had a lot of various input on what committees you would like to serve on. We tried to give everybody at least one first choice and something else. If somebody did not get a first choice, we gave you at least your top two. So I think everybody got at least one of their top choices. So this is our best effort. I mean, we'll complete the president, vice president after the meeting, the coordinating councils. Angel will send this out and you can just let her know which ones you can or attend. It really is board president plus a member. And then we have school sites. Really, everybody stayed the same throughout until the end of the school year. And then we should Sleepy Hollow, and we have our first visit on Wednesday.
Yay.
Yay. And then the rest are, we're up for any discussion if you would like to leave it like this or any input. We heard the bus consensus.
I think my only question was on the 2x2 committee. One thing is, I think we should make it clear just for future that it's board president plus one other board member, which obviously that's you, Etta, but just in terms of, just, for future understanding, I think it's important for the board president to always have a role on that committee. And then I just wasn't sure if we want to then have it be more of a rotating board member for the second one, like we do for coordinating council, or if we want to just have a standing person there.
I have a feeling that part of the reason it is the way it is because that's one of the evening committees. So
Right.
actually it's a little bit easier for me to attend, but if that's not the best thing for the board and the district,
I mean, as we've had it
somebody
since,
else take the seat. So, but I've enjoyed.
no, and I'm not suggesting that somebody else take the seat, but maybe just in terms of also just building our relationship with the city council, that maybe it makes sense for each of us to have an opportunity, but I'm also fine leaving it this way. I just wanted to pose that to the group.
It's a fair.
What has been done in the past?
We've had a designated person.
It's never been revolving or it has been?
It had like an official revolving. We've always had somebody jump in if somebody that can't attend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any discussion from anyone else?
I see your point, Hillary. I don't have a real strong opinion about it, to be honest, one way or the other. I think having a consistent person at the table with you going as president makes sense. And I'm fine to actually keep it with the status quo if one member has been sort of assigned to that. And that's something that, we just get reported back to in your weekly updates, Aida. But if others feel differently, it's fine with me too.
Well, maybe we just keep as is, and then if there's need to change, we can, discuss again. Thank you.
It's next year. There could be a different person.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just wanted to raise it since we.
Yeah, thank you for bringing it to our attention.
And how
Yeah.
often do they meet?
Monthly.
Right, but I think that's going,
Though.
Yeah.
I think they're proposing to go down because their bylaws actually go quarterly.
Oh, okay.
They've been meeting.
And we probably ended up being closer to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
And our last meeting was
So-
November?
I think
No,
so.
October.
October.
Yeah.
And it's until
October.
January.
Yeah.
Not when you can't blame on me.
So it sounds like we're staying. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so then we're good with the assignments. Okay, then we'll schedule those in on your calendars. And then one more item on here. Right. Just the
Okay,
handbook.
oh, yes. Item I for action, Board Trustees Handbook. And you'll discuss.
Sure, no problem. So back in 2023, actually, when we had majority of the new board, we brought in a consultant from CSBA, Luann Rivera, to as a board went through the norms, guidelines, roles, protocols were reviewed. The protocols were actually already here, but we just adjusted them and had legal actually review them. And then there was a handbook created for the board. There was a few renditions that went back and forth here, kind of adjusted. When I looked through the last reorg meeting and saw that, I noticed that it just had outdated names, clearly as the board, and it had old board goals. So it just didn't seem right to have such outdated document on our board standing website. So in talking to Edda, Cara, we just thought updating it with the 24-25 goals and current board names, which we will update the president, vice president after this meeting. We thought we would bring that up for an action. And those were the only changes that we made. And then should the board, and then we were thinking that actually this should be an item in every August workshop. So then should there be more substantial changes, that's when actually would be the right time to adjust it. But for this moment, we just wanted to update the goals and the names on there. So I don't know if the board is okay with that.
Any discussion?
I'm fine with them.
Okay,
Any public comment?
there's no public comment.
Want to make a motion?
Sure, this is Hillary. I move that we approve the 2024-25 Board of Trustees Governance Handbook.
This is Eve, I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes.
Okay, then we will post this handbook.
Right, and that means we adjourn to closed session.
We're going to call for public, there's no public
Oh, there's no
comment in
public,
closed
okay.
session yet. So
All right.
yes, we can.
Okay, we will adjourn to closed session. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.